Consistent characters. If you're creating AI images to tell a story, create one of those virtual influencers, or if you just want an imaginary friend, one thing you need is consistent characters. There's a bunch of different ways to create consistent characters. You can create your own model, you can use image to image, you can make sure you're keeping your prompts right for the character that you're working with, you can use face swapping, in-painting, blending, all kinds of different tools and techniques for it. And you may end up using a variety of those tools, either in combination for the same image or when different requirements call for different tools. One of those tools is the face swap in Dzine. Here's an image of the character. This is the person that I want consistently in the images that I generate. And I created this image in OpenArt and I think it turned out really well. That's why I'm using it for this project. This character does not have a name yet, so if you've got any ideas, I'm all ears. I've been working with her a bit and she's been to a concert here with her friend. Looks like she's having a great time. She also had dinner out with a different friend. Looks like a snazzy place that they're at. She did a little shopping in a better neighborhood than I would ever be allowed in. And then she did end up getting herself into a little bit of trouble. It happens. I have not upscaled or enhanced any of these images yet, and some of them definitely need it. But that's a topic for another time. I'm going to go back to the Dzine homepage. This is the dashboard once you're logged in. I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to give it a project name of Face Swap Demo. I'll change the aspect ratio to 16:9 and hit apply. Now we have a workspace, and something I'm really digging about Dzine is that you can do everything you need to do from here, from in this workspace. Since I've already got my character image, the main character I want to use, now I'm going to create some scenes that I can put that character in. To do that, I'm going to come over on this left-hand menu, click on text to image. I can pick a style or leave it at no style. I'm going to go ahead and click that button and see the styles that we have available. There are a ton of styles in here, and what Dzine calls styles is basically models and fine-tuned models for specific things. They're all categorized over on the left. Since I'm working with a human subject, I'd probably want to stay in the realistic category or in the portrait category. Now, the portrait category is not all realistic things, but these are things where the composition is basically a portrait. I'll switch back to realistic, and I'm going to use Dzine Realistic version 1. For my prompt, I said a young woman with blonde hair sitting with a friend in front of an ice cream shop. I'll click generate. The generations appear over here under this results tab on the right column. You've also got a layers tab. There won't be anything in that now because we have nothing on our canvas. Once we add images to our canvas here, everything that we add will show up under this layers tab in this right panel. We have two generations over here. If I just hover over them, I get a big preview right in the center. So there's this one and this one. I think I like this one better. So to get that on the canvas, all I have to do is double click it. If I wanted to download it like right now and click the download button, but I'm just going to double click, put it on our canvas. That's looking pretty good, but I need one of these faces to be swapped out and look like our original character, which is this person right here. So I'll come back over to this left-hand menu and I will click where it says Face Kit. And then I have two options. I can either face swap or face repair. I'm not ready to repair a face yet, so I'm going to click on Face Swap. And it wants a reference face. I can click this button and select it from my computer, or I can just drag it on in. If I wanted to change it, I can click there and change it to something else and say generate. It pops up and says, hey, we found multiple faces in here. Which face are you trying to swap? So you just click on the face you want to swap out. Let's go ahead and swap out the one on the right. I'll click confirm. Then it gets to work on generating some different options for us. I'm going to bring our character over on the screen so that we can tell side by side what we're looking at. And let's go through these options. This one's winking. That's weird and I like it, especially for this snapshot selfie kind of thing. That's very creative. But I think this one most resembles our character. So that's what I'm going to go with. And I'll just double click to put that on the canvas. Now we've got this face on this person. If I come over in the layers, now I have two layers because I put two things on the canvas. You can rearrange the layers. So I've got layer 1 and layer 2. I can rearrange them, move this down and put layer 2 on the bottom, or I can leave them like they are. If I just need to look at layer 1, I can just uncheck this top layer so that I can see what's underneath it. So that would be our original, and this is after we face swapped. Now, yeah, we definitely want to do an upscale or an enhance here, but the point is getting the consistent character first, then we can make it fancy and clean it up a little bit. But let's create another image because there's something I want you to see about the workflow. I'm going to say a young woman with blonde hair at the beach on a cool afternoon. I'm saying young woman and blonde hair because if it gave me a 70-year-old woman with gray hair and you face swapped in, that wouldn't really work. So I get some of the basics like the hair color and that she's young and not middle-aged or elderly. We're partway there to creating our consistent character. And we've got some results. There's the first one. And here is the second one. Let's go ahead and try this one. So I double clicked and put this image on my canvas. Now I need to get our original face swapped in here. So I'll go back over here to Face Kit on the left. At the top, I'll click Face Swap and it's already got the original image still loaded in there. Since we're still in this same project and we've loaded this face in already, it's still there, which is way cool. I don't have to go through that again every time I want to make a change. So we'll just leave that. So we'll just hit generate. Another way I could do this, instead of creating an image with a new environment and then face swapping in, I could just go create all my images of the different scenarios that I want to put this person in, generate all those images. They'll be right over here on this right-hand side, all those generations. And then I could come over here and just do all the face swaps at one time. Might make for a faster workflow. So let's see what we've got. Well, I think that looks like her. Just not nuts about the coloring on this one, which I know we could fix. And I think that looks like her. That looks like her. Now this is kind of a funny expression. All right, let's bring in our original image. Make sure we're not getting too far off track. I'm gonna go with this one because this character in the corners of her mouth, it's kind of pinched and I see that same sort of thing going on here. So I'm looking for those kind of clues and cues to be consistent. Everything that I've generated within this project is over here on the right side in the results panel, unless you were to delete it. And if you want to see the settings that you use to generate something, just click on the little eye icon over here and it'll pop up and tell you the prompt, the resolution, style, all that jazz. Now we haven't left this workspace at all and we still don't have a need to leave the workspace. On our canvas, we have a couple of things going on. If we come over on this right panel, click the layers tab, you'll see what I've got is the original image and then where it's face swapped. So if I turn this one off, there's the original image that we started with. And there's after we swapped in the face. I can turn everything off down to the very first layer and that's the first. And then there's what it looks like after we did the face swap. I hope this helps you out, gives you some ideas about how to get consistent characters. This is just one way to go about it. If you're interested in Dzine, there's a link in the description. I am an affiliate, so I may receive a small commission if you end up making a purchase at some point. Thank you. I sincerely appreciate that. And I also appreciate you hanging out here with me today, and I hope to see you in the next video.